When we work with chief technology officers and chief digital officers, they typically highlight three main challenges: how to handle the explosion of new and business-critical digital technologies, how to move from innovation theater to digital innovation that has real business impact, and how to define, attract, and retain the right skill sets for driving digital innovation. A fundamental part in addressing these challenges is having a technology innovation strategy that is fit for purpose in a digital setting. Our experience is that many companies are still using strategy practices that worked well 10 or maybe 20 years ago, but are not fit for the complexity and pace of competitive environments that are transformed by digitalization. When we say that a strategy is digital-proofed, it must follow three principles. One, it's business-driven. All digital innovation activities set out in the strategy are directly connected to business objectives with a clear purpose of how it shall create future competitive advantage. Two, it's systematic. The strategy is the result of systematically navigating the complexity of the digital landscape so that we can be deliberate and proactive. Three, strategic choices. No company can do it all. Digital proofing is very much about prioritization and directing resources and investments to the areas of highest business importance. Digital proofing a strategy means different things for different companies. Two building blocks are, however, always present. On the one hand, we need a common digital taxonomy. This means a structured breakdown that combines the use cases of digital technology with the software and hardware functionalities required to develop and deliver those use cases. On the other side, we need a joint agreement on what digital shall do for the business. We often call this business strategic priorities. And they typically include the key future customer buying criteria and the most important internal performance factors. The combination of business strategic priorities and a digital taxonomy facilitates the direct translation between business and technology. Now, if I share some examples of the benefits that companies have gained by digital proofing their technology innovation strategies. A first example is a European industrial company that was aware of the strategic need to move into new digital-driven business areas. And the company was already communicating to the market as if they were leading the race. But in reality, it was mostly innovation theater with no real business impact. The largest reason for this was that the company was not able to move R&D funds from current business strongholds and legacy areas to new digital areas. What was lacking was a systematic way to show the future business impact of digital. By developing a new digital-proofed R&D strategy, the company was able to create a data-supported basis for decision that led to revising R&D budget allocations and creating dedicated organizations focusing on next horizon digital products. Another example is a Nordic company that did not have a joint digital direction. Their digitalization efforts were characterized by multiple overlapping initiatives, a lot of gaps, and limited learning cycles. The main lacking piece was a common language that could facilitate business-driven choices. Their new digital-proofed innovation strategy created a strong alignment on what to do and what not to do. And it was not only the corporate strategy and R&D departments that were pleased. For example, HR and sourcing were now able to be much more efficient in terms of talent management related to digital and making the right build-buy partner decisions. A final example is a large global company that under the leadership of a strong CDO had built a successful digital organization. They were good at being a fast follower when it came to incremental innovation, but the problem was that when customers were demanding bigger moves such as new types of services, the company was too slow and not as cost efficient as the competition. A root cause was spreading investments too thin and focusing on short-term success over future competitiveness. Based on business-driven prioritization of innovation areas, the company was able to focus its investments to the new product areas with largest future business impact. This came at the cost of other initiatives, but it was a strategic choice based on a sound business rationale. And the company is now geared to be a leader in these business-critical areas instead of being a laggard. So to sum up, digital proofing technology innovation strategies is about effectively translating between business and digital technology to systematically navigate the complexity of digital landscapes and thereby direct innovation to the areas with largest future business impact.